Hello and welcome to the news from Bahrain International. I am Mohammed Yusuf. In the presence of the Deputy President of the Supreme Judicial Council and President of the Court of Cassation, Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, and Attorney General Dr. Ali bin Fadl Al Bu'ainin, the National Institution for Human Rights organized the inauguration ceremony of the position of Child Rights Commissioner. More in this report. Over the past years, the Kingdom of Bahrain has witnessed remarkable progress and developments in the field of human rights in general and children's rights in particular, thanks to the vision and directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, as well as the great role that all ministers, official bodies and civil society institutions are doing in order to achieve the highest levels of protection for children.
Realised that it would be helpful to have a Child Rights Commissioner, a similar model to that we have in the UK. We were very happy to facilitate a visit for them to look at our experience, to learn from our mistakes, as well as the things that went right for us, and to decide for themselves whether it was worth doing and how to frame it and set it up. So I really salute NIHR for making this decision. It's a really good decision. I really salute the new Child Rights Commissioner because she's taking on a big and important new role, and I think it really will help the lives of children in all aspects of life and make sure that that they're looked after in all different ways and that someone listens to them and advocates for them, which is very important.
The international human rights law affirms that children enjoy their basic rights and freedoms, dignity and equality, which is confirmed by the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, to which the Kingdom of Bahrain is a party, and this is what came for the establishment of the position of Child Rights Commissioner in the institution, which takes care of the issues facing children and work to protect and promote the best interests of the child and support policies and legislation concerned with the protection of children's rights. The inauguration ceremony addressed the importance of the great role played by the Commissioner for Child Rights in dealing with issues facing children and how to work to protect and promote their interests within the framework of the themes of reference and powers granted to the National Institution for Human Rights and based on international and regional conventions and national laws and legislation in Bahrain. The Minister of Interior General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa received Kuwait's Interior Ministry Under Secretary Lieutenant General Anwar Al Barjas, the Chief of Public Security, Interior Ministry Under Secretary for Nationality, Passports and Residence Affairs, Inspector General and General Supervisor of the General Directorate of the Interior Ministry Affairs attended. The Ministry of Interior welcomed the guest and the accompanying delegation for their visit to Bahrain to attend the first meeting of the Joint Security Committee between the two interior ministries. He hailed the solid and historical ties between the two brotherly countries, led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. He congratulated Sheikh Talal Al Khalid Al Ahmed Al Sabah on his appointment as Kuwait's first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior. The Interior Minister expressed gratitude for the security cooperation and coordination process between the two countries and the dedication to exchange expertise in all security operations to protect security and general safety. He said the committee meeting reflects the commitment to reinforce joint security operations out of brotherhood ties and in line with the GCC system. The minister highlighted several initiatives and programs of the Interior Ministry to promote community security, including the Ma'an or Together program against violence and addiction that aims to protect youth through ongoing development and the launch of the new curriculum. He also mentioned the recovery program of the Anti-Narcotics Directorate, the Alternative Sanction Project and the Open Prisons program. He said that security work could develop through proactive procedures and implementing correct legal procedures. He added that reducing crime rates showcases the success of security work, highlighting the significance of initiatives to promote national identity. The two sides reviewed regional security development to promote joint efforts to tackle security challenges. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Zayani, participated in the 6th GCC-Russia Strategic Dialogue, which was held in Moscow. Omani Foreign Minister, Chair of the current GCC Ministerial Council, Badr bin Hamad al-Busaidi, and Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov co-chaired the session, which was attended by GCC Secretary General Jassim Libdewi. The two sides discussed joint ties within the framework of the existing strategic dialogue and ways to expand cooperation in various fields to serve common interests. A joint statement was issued stressing the importance of strategic dialogue between the GCC and the Russian Federation to achieve their common interests and strengthen friendship, mutual trust and cooperation. The two sides underscored the important role played by their countries in supporting the global economy, stabilizing the energy market, and supporting prosperity. They highlighted current regional and international issues, stressing the importance of concerted efforts to achieve peace, security, stability, and prosperity. They underlined the need to give priority to restoring international peace and security through mutual respect and cooperation between countries to achieve development and progress and adherence to the principles of international law, international humanitarian law, the UN Charter, and good neighborliness. In the statement, they stressed the importance of preserving the international order based on respect for the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political independence of states, non-interference in internal affairs, non-use or threat of force, underlining the need to face challenges and crises through peaceful means, give priority to dialogue, and settle disputes through negotiations. The two sides discussed the war in Ukraine, welcoming the mediation of the GCC countries in a bid to create the conditions for a political solution to the crisis in accordance with international law and the UN Charter. The ministers stressed the importance of unhindered access to food and fertilizers to global markets, as well as humanitarian aid, in order to contribute to providing food security for the affected countries. The ministers stressed the importance of preserving the security of sea corridors in the region, addressing threats to maritime shipping lines, international trade, and oil installations in the GCC countries. The ministers condemned the scourge of terror, stressing the importance of confronting the spread of terrorist ideology and extremism. They indicated that tolerance and peaceful coexistence are among the most important values and principles for relations between nations and societies. The ministers expressed hope that their strategic dialogue contributes to strengthening the relations and cooperation between the GCC countries and the Russian Federation, and to enhancing communication between peoples in a way that achieves common interests and supports security, peace, prosperity, and stability in the world. Under the patronage of the Minister of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture, Engineer Wael Mbarak, the regional workshop of the World Organization for Animal Health was launched with the participation of more than 20 officials from all over the world. More in this report. In order to enhance communication and cooperation between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the World Organization for Animal Health, the Kingdom of Bahrain will host for 3 days the regional workshop of the World Organization for Animal Health, with the aim of exchanging knowledge and evaluating partnership and understanding initiatives. This workshop focuses on developing the foundations of partnership between the public and private sectors and working with a systematic approach that enriches cooperation and develops it in all fields. An important platform established to develop comprehensive solutions and to identify more accurately and comprehensively the strengths in this field of the public and private sectors. Distinctive and rich topics were issued through which ideas were formulated and perceptions developed to start important projects that stem from a solid common ground between the public and private sectors. Injaz Bahrain concluded its highly successful 15th annual Young Entrepreneurs Competition, which was launched under the patronage of the chairwoman of Injaz Bahrain, Her Highness Sheikha Hassa bint Khalifa Al Khalifa. The competition brought together 120 students from 10 secondary schools and 10 universities across Bahrain, which witnessed remarkable entrepreneurial spirit as students showcased their innovative and business ideas. Her Highness praised the organization as a leading force in supporting Bahraini youth on their entrepreneurial journeys. She applauded the success of the annual competition, stating that Injaz Bahrain is dedicated to empowering young people and providing them with a platform to unleash their creativity and innovation. The Urban Planning and Development Authority announced the launch of a package of electronic services on the online platform for urban planning services, Planning or Takhtit, launched by the authority in cooperation with the Information and E-Government Authority. The Information and E-Government Authority concluded the second workshop on GCC e-government priorities, which was part of the ongoing coordination between Bahrain and the GCC Secretariat General, with the aim of supporting the efforts of the GCC e-Government Executive Committee and joint strategies. The IGA Deputy Chief Executive of E-Transformation, Dr. Zakaria Al-Khaja, said that digital transformation, e-government and technology adoption initiatives have contributed significantly to strengthening the GCC's position as a Middle East regional leader in e-government readiness, as indicated in UN reports. He praised the recommendations raised by participating GCC entities concerned with the development of digital governments and information and communications technologies, reflect a commitment to achieving further prosperity and development through digital transformation and the deployment of advanced technologies based on well-studied strategies and policies in the Gulf region. During the first session of the 6th legislative term, the Legislative and Legal Affairs Committee of the Shura Council made many achievements and consolidated the basis of democratic march. More on this report. During the first session of the 6th legislative term, the Legislative and Legal Affairs Committee of the Shura Council made legislative achievements through the development of laws and legislation and the consolidation of the foundations of the institutions and laws for the benefit of the country and citizens, as the members of the committee continued hand in hand and in one spirit to supporting the interests of the country and its people. During the previous session, the Legislative and Legal Affairs Committee held 25 meetings, during which it presented 34 constitutional and legal opinions, while it discussed a draft law and 2 decrees by law, most notably regarding the establishment of the Constitutional Court and the emblem of the Kingdom of Bahrain, as well as preparing 3 original reports. This national responsibility of the members of the Legislative Authority confirms ensuring the sustainability of the process, which is one of the pillars of the comprehensive development process to enrich the parliamentary work taking place in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority carries out daily inspection campaigns in various regions of the kingdom, through which it works to monitor various violations. During these visits, the inspection teams apply the law with great accuracy to create a labour environment in line with the various local and international laws. These campaigns aim to ensure that all market laws and regulations are implemented in order to protect the rights of customers and eliminate any illegal practices.